Welcome to episode 54 of Blue-Lusional. We're still
Welcome back.
here. Welcome
It's like
back.
another week.
Let's jump right
Good
in.
stuff. Yeah, let's get right into the embarrassment. We're still in a war. So if you
We're
didn't know,
still 2 weeks who?
2 weeks, what?
What?
So yeah. Remember when the strait was blocked, the Strait of Hormuz was blocked by Iran, but then Trump said no, it's not gonna be blocked because I'm gonna block it. Right? Remember
What?
that? Well, he blocked it. But nobody cared. Nobody gave a shit. Everybody was like, yeah, okay, all right, move. China pulled up and they were like, yeah, that's what we fucking thought.
You are bad home monitors.
Yeah. Yeah. So nobody gave a fuck about that. Also, adding on to more war shit, they told the Pentagon to speed up preparation for military actions in Cuba. We're just going to war with everybody. Hey guys, it's World War III. There's not going to be like an announcement or like they're not going to be like, all right, it's World War III now. No.
Over here.
Yeah, like this is the World War III started. We're in it, okay? So, yeah, they're going to do that. They're most likely going to kidnap another official, most
Yeah.
likely, seeing as how like Cuba is
Times
already
take out.
in bad, yeah, they're in bad shape. So they're just going to like do whatever the
And
fuck they
they're gonna
want
try
over
to
there.
do as much as they can before midterms. Like they know it's over, so they're like, how much can we expedite?
Yeah, it's just going to be complete chaos, complete shit show. They're going to try to rob them of their resources. Yeah, speaking of that, they I think after initially when I first read that they were preparing to board Iran linked tankers to steal oil like fucking pirates. I think at this point I believe they have put a hole in a ship. So yeah, we're pirates, okay? Great age of piracy is back. We are so back. Imperialism,
Getting
baby.
slapped some
Um,
putty on it.
that's a lot of damage. There's fucking Billy Mays
Come
and
on,
you made it.
Iran. You can get. We'll send it there. We'll send it. Slap it on that baby.
Slap it on, all right? Get some Flex Seal. You'll be good to go.
What it?
Trump, he is so fucking crazy that they kicked him out of the Situation Room when they were trying to bring back the down pilot because Iran had shot down a stealth jet. So during the mission where they were trying to save said pilot, they were in the Situation Room, they're doing their plans, whatever the fuck, trying to get their shit together. Trump's in there screaming at them, saying whatever the fuck, first thing that comes to his dementia-ridden mind. And they were like, somebody get him the fuck out of here right now. He's gonna fuck this up. We can't even hear our own thoughts. Like, get him out of here. So Buddy doesn't seem like Buddy's in charge to me. It seems like they just gave
And
him
they're
a
like,
phone.
who gave me a 4-count McNugget, not a Texas McNugget? This stinks. They're like, sir, we are talking about pilots that could be held hostage right now. He's like, if I don't get my mother McNuggets, will blow
Right
place.
now.
I have
Literal
the
fucking
nuke
toddler.
codes.
Just you wait. Literal fucking toddler, right? So, while this is going on, 6 articles of impeachment were filed against Pete Hegseth. Nothing will come of that because, hey, guess what? We don't have the House and we don't have the Senate, guys, because you were playing games in 2024, okay? You keep saying, why aren't they doing anything? Well, here's the something, but the something will turn into a big nothing because you guys were playing fucking games. So we are stuck. Sorry. Not sorry. Trump's been asking the auto manufacturers to make weapons because he thinks it is World War II again, because that was what was happening during World War II. The auto companies were making weapons because war is very profitable. They were making money off of that, but they stopped because they, became more focused on making automobiles, and those assembly lines are very,
People can't buy
specific to
cars
what they're
right now
doing.
in this economy, so you guys know what you should do? You should build weapons.
Yeah. 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 Why aren't you asking all your fucking defense contractors? You didn't give them a heads up that you were starting a war, so they didn't have time to fill your orders.
Your billionaire
Huh.
friends can't make you weapons.
What? Oh, what? What? It takes time? Damn. I guess they should have read Project 2025. They would have known. Looks like nobody read Project 2025.
I don't think the authors read Project.
No, like not even the people on their own side. Like they wrote their chapter and then they dipped
And
out.
then
It's like nobody read this thing. Everybody is surprised. Everybody is surprised. Ooh,
the
okay.
worst group project ever.
Worst. Not having a good time. Not having a good time. We are only, what is it? The war started on February 28th. We're not even 2 months in, and there are photos being shared of the service members rationing their food. It is literally like a lunch tray of, I don't know what kind of meat that was. It looked like a fucking like brake pad and like some other brown slop, like this much, and then like some mushy carrots. And like that was it. Like that's what they're eating.
Yeah.
You gonna sustain that? Where is all the steak and lobster that Pete Hegseth spent like $8 million on?
That was his steak and lobster. That was for him. And his friends. They're in a deep freezer somewhere.
Okay.
Wait, you thought I was
okay.
gonna supply that to my military? No, they have to earn it. And if they come
Don't
back
sign up.
from Iran alive, they can have some steak and lobster.
This is why they up the enlistment age. Because nobody's going to willingly do this shit. It's just not going to happen. We are in another war with the Catholic Church, everyone, okay? We thought this was just going to stop at a picture. No. No. Okay, Jesus.
Jesus.
Step too far. This
We
is
were willing
too
to
much.
overlook, praise be Allah. But this one, that's where we gotta draw the line.
Right. So Pope Leo, he wasn't having it. The Catholics weren't having it. Trump said, fuck this guy. All right. Fuck this guy. Fuck your whole religion. Okay.
Mhm.
I don't like it. Okay. I'm the guy. Wow. It's so crazy because it's almost like if you treat a guy like he's a fucking deity, he's going to act like it. Hey, remember? Please save us. Please save us, Donald Trump. Please save us, Donald Trump. You guys literally prayed to him.
Donald Trump's
And
name,
then
right?
and then you said, wait, he might be the Antichrist. Well, hey, great job, Dr. Frankenstein.
I am shocked and I am devastated.
I am shocked and appalled. They got all worked up. They were going back and forth, tit for tat all week. So then, of course, all the meat riders, they had to support him. They had to support him on his holy crusade against the Catholic Church. So JD Vance is saying that the Pope needs to watch what he's saying. He needs to watch his fucking mouth when he's talking about Dr. President Trump like that. Okay? Mike Johnson basically said, hey, they had it coming. Okay? Shut the fuck up. Don't talk about Dr. Jesus Trump like that. Tom Homan, I don't know why. Who asked Tom Homan what he thinks about the Catholic Church? Nobody asked for that, but he gave us his opinion anyway. And he said, he should, same thing. The Pope should watch it. Just watch his fucking back. Okay. And then Troy Nehls, he's retiring. Troy Nehls is not running for re-election in Congress. I believe it's in Texas. He said, hey man, I think President Trump is the second coming of Jesus Christ. Fuck it. It doesn't matter what I say. Yeah, he's Jesus. Yep. And Sean Hannity, of course, says, I just don't think I'm Catholic anymore.
We knew at some point this line could be drawn where people were going to have to choose between their religion and Trump.
Who could have
and
seen
this line was drew in the sand, and everyone failed. Everyone failed. You guys all of a sudden were really big on separation of church and state when the Pope doesn't like your guy. But these are the same people screaming that we need to say prayer at the beginning of the school day and post the 10 Commandments, all of a sudden telling the Pope he shouldn't talk about politics. And we shouldn't be talking about politics when it has to do with religion. The hypocrisy is
it's
right there,
totally not a cult. Like, totally not a cult. Okay? Stop calling it a cult, guys. It's totally not a cult. Ooh, okay. To make things even funnier, well, first of all, my favorite movie is no longer my favorite movie, but Pete Hegseth, during his little, like, prayer rev up sessions, because why not use religion to start a fucking holy war? It's the tale as old as fucking time. So Pete Hegseth is having his little prayer rev up sesh, right? We got to get revved up to go murder some people, so we gotta pray about it first, right? So Pete, he proceeds to recite a fake Bible verse. It is the Bible verse that Samuel L. Jackson recites in Pulp Fiction before he blows the fucking guy's head off in the apartment in the beginning of the movie. Fake verse. It's not a real verse. You know why? I remember Googling that verse when I first saw that movie years ago, because I was like, oh, wow, that's crazy. Let me Google that. And I said, oh, wait, nope, that's not in the Bible. That's all it took. So that's what's happening with our military. They are being indoctrinated with religion off of fake Bible verses from a fucking Quentin Tarantino movie. Totally not a cult, though. Stop calling it a cult, guys.
They don't even know a Bible verse. You couldn't even roll one off the top of the noggin. You couldn't even Google Bible verse, any Bible verse. He was like,
Jesus wept.
I
That's
remember
a verse.
the Pulp Fiction. He said, what was that Bible verse? Get me that Bible verse.
Samuel Jackson sounded so cool.
He sounded so cool. Oh my God. They're going to think it's
Ironic he took it from a black guy. And to end the war segment, Trump is doing the whole I'm going to blow Iran up thing again. Market manipulation, guys. Okay, we already saw this move. The stocks are going to drop. All the billionaires are going to hop in, buy the dip. And we're going to keep doing this until we get rid of him, because you guys wanted to play games in 2024. Thanks.
And everyone that's like, I think he's going to do it this time. I just don't know what to say to you guys anymore. I feel this time's different, and he might actually do it.
It's different every time since January of 2025.
I just feel it. Something bad. He's going to do it this time. He's going to keep his word this time. This 1,000th time he said he was going to do it, and I think he's going to do it. Okay.
Like, he had us the first time. Like, he had us. We were like, whoa, buddy.
Because it is something. That's the sad and scary part, is that him saying that the first time, we're like, well, it could go either way at this point. So we had to believe there was a chance he could. Now, every time you come back and say it again, you've lost more and more of us, because for me, after he didn't do it the first time, I'm like, he's not going to. He didn't do it. He's a narcissist. Okay. If he didn't do it the first time, he's not going to do it. He's realized the leverage he has on the market. He's realized the leverage that he has on his people. Okay. He didn't think he was going to have to say that. That's why he all of a sudden jumped to, I'm going to blow the whole place up, because he didn't realize that the people in Iran aren't fucking dumb.
And people are
they weren't born yesterday.
He's literally saying, look at me. People are just walking through the Strait of Hormuz, and he's just like, I'm gonna blow it up.
China's like,
why isn't anyone afraid of me?
It's just not
be scared of me
that he thought. So then he has to say, well, now I am gonna blow you up. And Iran's like, what time? Name the time and place.
Drops Lego diss track.
And Israel's over here like, we're gonna stay right here.
We're just going to go fuck with Lebanon. You got this, right?
You got this. You do another ceasefire, we're going to break that. We're to blame, but we
don't do that.
We're just going to keep doing the genocide thing over here. If you want to join us, then I think Bibi Netanyahu's like, why don't you do it? Do it. Do it. This is where we're at. It's ridiculous. But moving on to political things, we need to talk about things that you guys don't fucking see with your eyeballs because you're too nervous about the SAVE Act that won't pass. Okay? We told you guys from the jump, you guys are going to spiral yourselves into mental distress over the SAVE Act. and you're going to miss all of the local forms of suppression. And when we say local forms of suppression, it's going to be local form of suppression of Black voters locally, meaning it's not going to make headline news. So when we say check your voter registration, when we say pay attention to your local elections and local news about your elections, this is what we mean, because this is what's happening in Tennessee District 9, which makes up a good portion of Memphis. The primary race is between 76-year-old Steve Cohen, who has been in that job for far too fucking long. He's a Democrat, but he's 76 years old. He's a huge corporate PAC, Dem, foreign money. He's gotta fucking go. Goodbye. So there is a 31-year-old, very progressive Dem, Justin Pearson, running. He is a Black man, and he is running to take Steve's spot. Now, there is a content creator on TikTok who goes over data and uncovered something very peculiar. Now, he says that as of December 1st, 2025, Shelby County, Tennessee, which is a majority Black populated area, started to have this crazy rise in inactive voters, like an inactive voter percentage. And he shows you from like March of 2025 and how it's pretty much stays the same. Then December 1st, all of a sudden, then January 2026, even worse. February, even worse. And it's just terrible. So, being marked inactive means that the state either believes you've moved out of state or that you've moved to a different district. Like you don't live at that address anymore. Meaning the only way that you could reactivate your voter registration would be that you have to provide proof that you still live there. And if you're not somebody who checks your voter registration very often and you show up on primary day to vote and you're told your registration's inactive, then you're going to have to get what we like to call the ballot that you get to fill out but they don't count on election day, and then you have to mail in paperwork showing that you actually live there, and then it gets counted, provisionary ballot. Or if you don't know about a provisionary ballot, you leave and you don't vote. Now tell me why that's happening. Why is everyone in Shelby County, Tennessee moving out of Shelby County, Tennessee all together? Everybody got together on December 1st and said, we're all going to leave. Is it crazy that it's that county that's a majority Black voters that this is happening to? Does that not sound suspicious? I need 2 and 2 to be put together here. This is suppression we're talking about. This is what we mean. So when we tell you to check your voter registration, we're not just saying that to say it out of our fucking say stuff out of our ass. Because a lot of you are going to show up on primary day and be very confused. You never moved out of your home. You've lived there for 30 years. And all of a sudden, your voter registration says inactive. And the state goes, whoopsie, who did that? Pay attention. And call.
There's a reason we say it all the time.
And of course, that video is not getting the traction it should because they don't want you to see that. Because this is one of the primary races that is going to be widely watched because it is a 76-year-old white man who's been in that seat for over 20 years and a 31-year-old very progressive Black man running to take his seat.
And Steve hasn't said a word about it.
And it just so happens that when this man decides to run, all of a sudden, all of these inactive voters appear in a primarily Black populated area. So stop letting the SAVE Act distract you.
I already forgot
Real
about
suppression happening all over this country. Are we listening now? All right. Another thing we need to fucking talk about. So, have you ever heard of the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act? it has been around for a long fucking time and basically pretty much violates the Fourth Amendment and is, I don't know how this came to be, but it basically allows the FBI to collect information, text messages, data on American citizens who they believe might be a threat. Now, when it was first created, they said, well, it's really just for like threats, domestic threats, overseas threats. Like, we're really only using it for the security of the United States. But the problem with that is there's nothing in black and white saying that they can only look for like domestic threats. No, they could use that to look into journalists. They could use it to look into activist groups. If you were part of the Black Lives Matter protest, they definitely have information on you because they deem, as we all know, Democrats domestic terrorists. It's been said time and time again. So that was actually going to expire today. You're watching this on Monday. It was supposed to expire today. So on Thursday, around 11 p.m., Republicans tried to push their own version of the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act with some modifications. Okay? And they were like, hey, Dems, don't read it. Just trust me, bro. We have like reform in there. Okay? It's going to make it better for American citizens. We're doing some reforming of this act and you're going to love it. And the Dems said, I'm going to read it. So the Dems read it and it very clearly was like, hey, no, you get to do this, continue to do this without warrant to anyone, get as much info as you need, full send it. And the Dems said, yeah, no. Now what's crazy about that is they all were able to read it in 1 hour. They were given 1 hour to read this bill. It was sent to them at 11 p.m. and they wanted to force a vote at midnight. And what's so crazy is the GOP is in complete disarray. They are so angry across the board that Dems in 1 hour were able to get 20 Republicans to side with them to say, fuck that. So at first, Mike Johnson wanted to give it a 5-year extension with the new modifications. And 20 Republicans said, fuck no. So Trump was like, hold my purse, 18 months, clean 18 months. And Republicans said, again, get fucked. No. So the best thing they could agree on was 10 days. So this is basically like the government shutdown that's happening right now. It's like the rest is going to be shut down until we figure out a better path forward. So this is what the 10 days is. They need to figure out a better visa.
They don't know how to govern, like, at all.
Pretty much like, Brett, we'll circle back in 10 days. Find me something better. Okay.
2 weeks.
I wouldn't be surprised if in the hour they had to read it, that they missed probably the part where the GOP tries to pass a SAVE Act, So big things to pay attention to is that we have Republicans that seem to have a head on their shoulders or at least aren't getting the things they want. So they are holding legislation hostage. It doesn't matter because either way, they're not passing shit. How many times have we said they're not passing shit? This is a win because we always have said they're passing shit in the House. It's just not seeing the light of day in the Senate.
They're not passing shit.
Will be one of the first that is not making it past the House right now. Usually it passes in the House flying colors. They have such a advantage in the House. They don't need Dems to vote. Dems could vote no all the time and it passes. Boom, boom, boom. Now that's become a problem. And Mike Johnson's like, I thought we had till November.
217 to 213 with 4 vacancies.
We'll see what happens when we circle back next week. We might have an update.
In 2 weeks.
Another 10 days. It might just be what we're doing with the shutdown. We're just going to keep.
The shutdown's not going to end. It's not going to end. It's not.
In other news, everyone all of a sudden was like, it's happening. Oh my God, it's happening. It's happening. 50 House Dems introduced legislation headed by Jamie Raskin, who's like the lawyer of the group, to establish basically a commission They have a lot of, you can join all of these fun clubs when you're in Congress. There's the House Oversight Committee. There's the Foreign Intelligence Committee. There is this would be a new committee, and it would basically be a committee that would check in on the president's capacity to do his job or her job and invoke the 25th Amendment, which I'm sure you've all heard of at this point. 25th Amendment would be saying the president is not fit to serve. And in order to do that, you would need the vice president, pretty much all of the cabinet, and 2/3 all down.
That one's not happening either.
That one's not happening, that we've told you guys about. But they're basically putting this committee together because there isn't a committee for it. And they're like, you know what we should do? Form a committee.
Wow, we should implement some checks and balances here. What a novelty idea. Why didn't we think of this before?
You know what we should do? We
God
should have a meeting about this every couple months. We should make like
nobody thought of this. No, there's no foresight.
This is like the PTA. You know, they're gonna meet every month and talk about ways for this to work in the future, because apparently this is something we have to be concerned about.
Have we ever thought of like doing something if the president turns out to be fucking crazy?
Mm-hmm. And everyone's already mad because they're like, wait, they're working with the Republicans on this. Well, fucking duh. Everything is bipartisan.
Democrats don't do anything.
They have to be people from both sides. And on this committee, guess who they have to work with? J.D. Vance.
Oh, the fact that so many people don't realize like the point of the government is to fucking work together to solve issues. They're just like, nope, one party rule.
Yeah. Guys, this would basically just be another committee, and the committee would be a little bit more intricate. They would have to hire people from both sides of the aisle to be on, or not hire, but appoint people from both sides of the aisle. And then they have to appoint previous members. They can't be previous presidents or vice presidents. They pretty much be like previous cabinet members, and maybe some previous senators, people that have been in positions like that could say, yeah, no, I've done that. My president didn't do that. That's crazy. And then they have to hire like 2 physicians, 2 psychologists, and basically everything would still be the same. JD Vance could come to them every month and say, he's good. He's good, fam. We don't need to do all that. So what we're saying is this is not the special counsel that's ushering in a new beginning of the fifth dimension, that the 5D that the 4AMers have been telling you is going to happen, even though this 4AMer said that he wasn't going to get inaugurated, and he did. So I think that we need to stop with that. Maybe they are a special counsel, but they're just about as special as the Foreign Intelligence Committee, as the House Oversight Committee. Like, this is just a committee that somebody like Jamie Raskin, who's an attorney, is probably like, we should probably start getting this together, because if we keep voting these old senile men into office and just wait for them to die in office, like there's a point between that and dying where they probably just shouldn't be the president anymore. Am I right?
Now this will be effective moving forward. Absolutely.
Yeah. They just introduced this. So this has to go through the same things everything else does. It has to go to the House floor. The House has to vote on it. It has to pass in the House. Then it has to go to the Senate. It has to pass in the Senate. Then Trump himself has to sign it.
And guess what? It's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. Maybe it
There's
will.
no adults in the room yet.
If it does, it'll be another committee, and we'll see who joins it, and they have to get it all together. And by the time they do all of that, it's probably going to be midterms, and that'll be that on that. So please don't wait for this special counsel who's going to magically wave their wand and remove him. Why are we wishing that he gets removed and JD Vance is the president? Or we could just wish to win back the House and the Senate and just slash everything they try to do.
Get rid of them one at a time.
On top of that, remember when Trump said he was suing the IRS for $10 billion of our taxpayer dollars because he's mad that they released his tax fraud? Well, seeing as he's suing his own government, so all of the defendants on the case are his own people, yeah, they were like, let's do a side deal on the table. Let's settle this thing before it gets crazy up in here. And everyone's like, "My God, why are you shocked?" I said,
Kamala would have did the same thing.
I said this the day that news came out that he's suing for 10 billion. He's getting 10 billion.
They're gonna give it to him.
They're gonna give it to him. And he can say whatever he wants. He can say he's giving it to charity. He can say he's giving it to the homeless. He can say, I'm going to use that $10 billion to pay TSA workers. He can say whatever he wants. I'm telling y'all right now, that's going in his fucking pocket. And you all just paid your taxes to the big man. And he got that money that you just paid in his wallet. Not the government. That's who he's suing. That's his money with his name on it. So you paid your taxes this week. Just know.
Kamala would have did the same thing, so it doesn't even matter.
That you wrote a check to Donald Trump.
No, it is believable, actually.
It is believable. We knew that.
So believable.
People are like, what? He won? But he sued his own government. What do you... Anyways.
His friends are the defendants. What did you think was going to happen?
Please stop with all that. The city was hit with 5 tornadoes with no warning. So, like...
5.
They would get a warning when there's, weather activity that could create the perfect happenings of tornadoes. And usually there's tornado sirens that go off, like there's all these things. That didn't happen. Want to know why? It's a really funny story, actually. So last year, Trump said, Noah, ew, Elon, Doge, get rid of that. Get rid of that. I don't want to look at that. What do you mean, weather balloons? That's ridiculous. We don't need weather balloons. People should just look outside and see the tornado.
If only there was a 900-page plan that told us that was going to happen.
Like, it happened like to the day.
Literally.
And that was like the 3rd thing they did. Yeah, Doge was going to come in and cut the waste, fraud, and abuse. And this was that. They said, American safety? No. If you survive the tornado, it's God's will. That's what we're doing from now. You should know, guys, you live in Kansas. There's probably tornadoes every day. Why do you need a warning? Just live every day as if a tornado is already at your doorstep. That's what Trump wanted for you. And you all voted for him in Kansas.
Great job.
So you put your own lives and your own safety at risk. And you're going to blame the Weather Channel because that's how far that goes for you.
Anything but him.
It goes further. Yeah, the meteorologist said, you guys are fucked. Florida, thank God we didn't have a major hurricane in Florida this past year. But guess what, guys? Hurricane season's just around the corner here. And the meteorologist has said, y'all are, if the hurricane comes, y'all are fucked. So this is what we get. This is perfect. What we voted for. Exactly. Speaking on things you guys just need to stop. The whole I need white men to tell me everything and not use my own brain for critical thinking. That home health physical therapist who got big for saying in August that Trump had congestive heart failure and he had about 6 to 8 months to live, and everyone was like, thank God. And for some reason that gained a lot of traction. Don't know why. Probably because he's a white man. His name's Epistemic. Go ahead and disregard anything he says because it's been past 6 to 8 months. We're in month 9 and the man's still here. But you know what we love to do sometimes is move a goalpost. So he said the other day, he's got 6 days. He's got 6 days to live. And all the other white men were like, see, my white friend said he's got 6 days to live. So, and if he, guess what? You guys are going to do what you did with the 4 a.m. club. Every time he's not going to become president, he's not going to get inaugurated, he's not going to do this, he's not going to do that. And then it happens and they're like, I mean, I can't tell the future.
Nobody actually knows.
Nobody actually knows. It's just like the vibe that I'm getting. But I feel like something might be happening. Because that's what they're all doing now. They're like,
something might be happening.
You feel that something might happen soon? And by soon, I can't give you a time frame, but soon. And this guy's like, any day now.
He's like 6 days, exactly.
And
What
then
are you
when
guys gonna do when he doesn't die in 6
he's gonna
days?
go, okay, well, it wasn't the 6 days. They probably gave him something. We'll give him another 2 weeks, and then we'll do another
It's
2.
coming in 2 weeks. He's gonna die in 2 weeks.
Kick that can down the road another 2 weeks. I'll check back in with you guys in 2 weeks.
Yeah. I'll see you guys in 6
We
days.
all are looking forward to the big, beautiful obituary, but what you guys need to understand is that every time you guys get on the internet and you guys set whatever date in your mind you want this man to keel over, a lot of people go, well, then I'm not going to pay attention to the primaries because if he dies, then it
Okay.
doesn't matter, right? Because people don't understand. And I know you're like, well, we'd have JD Vance and that's terrible. We should still vote in the primaries. Yeah, but a lot of people don't understand that. They think once this man dies, that it'll be like the fucking Wicked, and all of us will run into the streets singing, he's dead, and we'll all
Good
kumbaya,
news.
and everything will get reversed and go back to the way it was. No, no. We need to vote. So please, I mean, what is this doing? He's gonna die someday. We all are. Do I
Then what?
wish that it's in 6 days? Sure, sure. Wish it was a couple years ago so we didn't have to be here. But you guys gotta stop that. It's pissing me the fuck off.
So last night we had another mass shooting in this fucking country. In Louisiana, it was a total of 10 people that were shot. The shooter went to multiple locations and he shot 10 children, ages 1 through 14. He targeted children on purpose. 8 died. When is enough going to be enough? How many more times are people gonna say, "Oh, it's just the guns. It's not the guns. It's not the guns." What's the fucking common denominator every time? Okay, well, if it's not the guns, then is it the white dudes? Pick one
Mm-hmm.
because it's one of the two at least like 90% of the time, and it's the guns 100.
I'm waiting for everyone who made a post about Charlie Kirk. I'm waiting for all of you to make a post about this. I'm waiting for all of you to make your videos
Real
saying I
quiet.
can't remain silent anymore.
Real fucking quiet. Real fucking quiet. But it's real fucking loud when it's your favorite podcaster, your favorite fucking bigoted podcaster.
Yeah.
But as soon as it's kids, well, actually, no, that's
Here,
why they're silent, because that's what Charlie would have wanted, because he said it's
he said
okay. It's okay to have a couple of deaths to uphold the Second
it's just the
Amendment.
nature of the beast. We want to have
You know,
guns. People are going to use the guns and kill other people, but we need to have our guns. And
eh,
you guys take that and you guys are like, I'm going to keep voting that way. And then when this happens, you're like, but the guns aren't to blame. It's mental health. But then you guys also don't do anything to help the mental
you
health crisis in this country. You guys are actually
you get
making
excited.
it worse.
You get psyched when they defund the resources for mental health.
You defund the Department of Education, and part of doing that, you get rid of the special like therapists and psychologists that the school supplies to people to go speak to, and counselors. And on top of that, you are now putting people in an economy where we are watching people who have nothing left burn down warehouses, do crazy things that they would never do, but they feel completely hopeless. This If you want to say mental health is the problem, then why haven't Republicans and MAGA done anything?
Not
Anything.
going to.
They're not going to, so we can stop with that.
So that's another reason that you should probably fucking get out and vote and put adults back in the room so we can actually scream at the people once they're elected that they need to fucking wrap this shit up. Because this shit's getting very old, honestly. I'm tired of feeling desensitized to it. I'm tired of feeling like, well, we were overdue. Enough. More issues that stem from men. CNN uncovered a website that men were exchanging notes with each other on how to sedate and rape their wives. They were exchanging notes. They were recording it. They were posting it. They were sending them to each other. They were selling them to each other. They were giving tips on how to get better at it. In February, over 62 million hits. And that was a slow month because March, over 80. Now, the thing that was pretty infuriating was when this first popped up, people were going, well, we can't just be spreading misinformation because it wasn't 62 million men that did this. It was 62 million hits on the website. And it's not all men. Why are you being defensive over this? Why aren't you upset that this site exists? Why? The first thing that I said was, how the fuck does somebody stumble upon this in their day-to-day activities?
Right?
Why are you thinking about this? Why are you doing this?
Like, I feel like it's crazy to even say that, like, when I first read that headline, it's one of those, I'm not shocked, but I'm disappointed. Because, like, in my brain, I'm not shocked that men would have some kinky little website where they exchange notes on how to rape their wives. But it's disappointing that there was 80 million people on it. Like, do you guys realize how 80 million people went to visit it? I wouldn't even go visit it. Why are you visiting
Oh,
it?
well, it must be somebody that they must be doing it multiple times. Okay, so how many people does it have to be for it to be unacceptable then?
Yeah, like, how many millions of people does it have to be for you to be like, okay, well.
How many is okay for you?
And then people are like, well, I don't think they went through with it because no women have come forward. Yeah. So couldn't possibly be
They're
true.
sedated.
Couldn't possibly be true that women wouldn't remember they were drugged.
Oh, somebody asked, were they in their pajamas? Well, it's their husband.
I'm already seeing comments, is it rape if you're married? I'm not shocked, but I will forever be disappointed. Disappointed. And you want to know why nothing happens? Because white men are still in charge of this country. And until they're not, this is going to continue to happen. And you wonder why people don't want to bring children into this world, why people don't want to be a part of this country, why people want to get the fuck out of here, why people don't want to just fold over to society and just, well, it's going to happen. So, I'm just going to live my life and pretend it's not happening. I'm still going to plaster my children all over the internet when there's all these crazy websites. I'm still going to marry this man that has a ton of red flags. But hey, I guess all men do it. So it should just be the norm. Like, you guys get your panties in a twist when people say they don't want to have kids anymore. How dare you not want to have kids?
And then you look at this.
And then
Yeah, duh. Yeah, duh, the birth rate is on a decline. Duh.
Good. Apparently we need to
there's too many sick fucks that don't need to be reproduced with. Duh, it's declining.
Men,
keep it down.
You're done. Going forward, if you are a man, I am approaching you as if you are a problem until you prove otherwise. That 80 million, now you're all sus until you prove that you're not.
Stop getting mad when you hear it's always a man. If it's not you, then you're.
And why are you commenting? Why are you trying to defend men in the comments?
You could have kept scrolling.
It's not me. I'm going to keep scrolling. Or I'm going to comment.
I know it's not me, so
yeah.
My God, it's not.
It's not. I was raised. I would never do that. Okay, Steve.
You're accusing me of something that I never did. Whoa. Well, now I think you did. Because what the fuck?
Steve, either you did or your like best buddy did.
Now I definitely think you did something.
Well, he's my fraternity brother. What was I supposed to do? Call him out for his really weird behavior? His illegal behavior? His troubling behavior? He's my fraternity brother.
His grandma just died.
His grandma died 12 years ago. He's still not over it.
That's why he did this. All right. Well, guys, the MAGA grifters that you think are turning another leaf. Wow, what a fucking surprise. So Joe Rogan, the other week he was saying MAGA's a bunch of dorks. I didn't vote for this. Oh my god, Trump and ICE, they're completely out of control. Oh my god, this is so. Yeah, no, he was on his cock again this past week, all over him. You saw him at UFC. Oh, he sent him a little texty text. Said, "Hey man, we need to look at these psychedelics. Okay, we need to look at the psychedelics because that's all I do. I need them. Okay." So immediately, same week, Trump had him up in the Oval, signing an EO that we need to, start furthering the research of psychedelics for people with mental health disorders. He's right there in the back, posing right behind him. Oh, we love Joe. We love Joe. He's great. We love Joe. We love Joe. We're going to have this done in 2 weeks. We love Joe. I thought Joe was turning a new leaf, guys. What happened? I thought he was finally seeing the light. These men are always going to protect each other. These rich, white, supremacist men are always going to have each other's back.
Grift
Okay?
and a grift.
So Theo Vaughn, Candace Owens, Andrew Schultz, Aiden Ross, every single one of those motherfuckers, they will run right back in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Stop trying to court them. Ro Khanna, Ilhan Omar, David Hogg, bunch of fucking bozos right now talking about we need Marjorie Taylor Greene. We should be, be giving them credit for, seeing the light. Okay, they're anti-war. They don't want us fighting Israel's war. Shut the fuck up. My God. You progressive people. Okay, I know we call ourselves a progressive podcast, but I think we need to change it because you guys don't have the discernment is not there. It's not there. You want to give Marjorie Taylor Greene a chance. Marjorie Taylor Greene, whose very last act of Congress was passing anti-trans legislation. Marjorie Taylor Greene, who chased around David Hogg, who called the Parkland survivors actors.
What do you need her for? She's just a member of society now.
She was gone.
She's gone. Tucker Carlson is not a member of Congress. Megyn Kelly said they could drop a nuke and I'm still voting Republican. You think Marjorie Taylor Greene's going to go to the general election as now a free person of society and vote for a Democrat? Then you've lost your fucking mind.
Leave these people alone. You guys are going to make her the fucking 2028 candidate. Her, Tucker Carlson, or Thomas Massey. You guys are going to rehabilitate her image because she's white. Because she said a couple of things you like.
America First Party, and because they hate Israel, the leftists are going to join the America First Party.
That's it. She's not saying any of the magic words you guys like to hear. Is she saying Medicare for all? Is she saying abolish ICE? Is she saying impeach, convict, remove? No. She's just saying no Israel. Israel bad, Netanyahu bad. Well, maybe we should hear this Marjorie lady out. Guys, she hates Jews. Your memories are so bad. This is Jewish space laser lady. This is not, I don't want to fight Israel's war. I don't want people taking AIPAC. No, you are not. One of these things is not like the other. This Marjorie Taylor Greene hates Jewish people like a lot. She is an anti-Semite.
Her and Nick Fuentes, besties. That tells you all it should tell you. That's everything you
Holocaust denier. That is why.
Why there is no need to embrace these people. These people are not going to vote for Democrats. They are not going to tell their people to vote for Democrats. Yes, Marjorie went on record and has said that Democrats are probably going to win races in the general election because she's not dumb, but never in that point did she say to do it. She just said, I think it's going to happen because she's not dumb.
No, she's not a dumb person.
That's why she left. Okay, these people
she fled the sinking ship.
Carlson, Candace Owens, I'll give it to them. They're not dumb. So they don't want to just outwardly lie and say, no, it's not going to be a blue sweep. They're like, oh, no, it is. but I'm not participating in the blue sweep. Now, Candace Owens has said until she avenges her man's death, she's not voting. So what do you want from her? Tucker Carlson, I don't think he votes. Pull up his...
Tucker Carlson's dad was CIA. You guys are CIA op, CIA op. You guys called me CIA. You called me CIA.
Anything.
But no, we're good with Tucker Carlson.
And vote for Kamala Harris.
Come on. Come the fuck on. I've been accused of being CIA at least 5 times. But sure, let's actually go with the son of CIA.
To anything but win over black voters. You're like, well, we're actually going to go over to the Republican side and see if we can find any America Firsters that might want to vote Democrat. It's probably like a 0.01% chance, but we're going to do that versus attend to the black voter suppression that's happening and win over black voters who actually go out and vote.
Kamala Harris shouldn't have came out with Liz Cheney, but Marjorie Taylor Greene is different. She's worse.
She seemed light. She is literally posting, why hasn't the Save America vote Save America been passed? Like every other day.
You assholes are defending it. You're like, well, maybe we should just like hear her out. Well, maybe, you know what? David Hogg should interview her because I want to see her squirm. Somebody said that in our comments, and I was like, are you okay? Why do you guys want to hear Nazis speak so bad? I'm so confused by that. I'm very lost.
Like, just guys, it is April. Primaries are happening right now. If you want to think that Marjorie Taylor Greene is a changed woman, think that this time next year after we have a blue sweep. Then I don't care what.
Don't even think it. Get that fucking thought out of your head.
Just don't think it right now, because this is the problem. You guys are going to be like, Marjorie is going to endorse a Democrat. No, she's not. If she was, she would have endorsed Sean Harris and said, all of my people should go vote for Sean Harris.
And then she's going to do
want Sean Harris to win.
Something. She's going to do something because Ro Khanna just couldn't fucking leave her be. He couldn't just leave her in Georgia.
Want me back?
Stop. And then she's going to do something and she's going to say something crazy. And everyone's going to be like, oh my God, who could have ever seen? I thought nobody could have called this. Nobody knew. Okay. Well, here's some Hope Corps. A dictator was voted out last week in Hungary. Okay. The dictator that basically Project 2025 was based off of, Viktor Orban. Okay. So their new prime minister over in Hungary, he had revealed that Viktor Orban was funding CPAC with taxpayer dollars.
Like Mamdani.
He said, yo, nah. He said all this shit's gotta go. He's moving like Trump, but
in the opposite.
Like good. Yeah, like he said, yo, he literally went on state media and he said, all of this is a lie factory. I'm shutting all this shit down. All of it. Tear it all, get rid of the wallpaper. Okay, get rid of the mics. Get this shit all out of here.
What? CPAC?
Oh, nah. We got it. He said, you know what? I'm investigating all of this. All of you bitches, you're all going to jail. And that's the energy I want brought here. Okay. As soon as we bring, we get power back, I want every congressman and senator up in here to say, hey, open up the purse. I want to see all the appropriations. Oh, you guys are stealing that? Give that back. Give that back right now.
Right now.
Oh, you don't have it? You spent it? Jail.
Trial. Contempt.
Oh, hey, all this monopoly shit, all this media shit being owned by like 2 people, that's just gotta go. Larry Ellison, you're exiled. Okay, you're gonna be on an iceberg in Antarctica with penguins.
Don Lemon, you get your own TV show. Stephen Colbert, pick whatever network you want to be on, baby. You're saying
you guys are lucky we're not in government. We would go full dictator, but like use our powers for good.
We would. I can't wait for the next CPAC. I mean, this CPAC was sad. This last one was sad. It was really sad. I don't think it can get much worse, but I do believe it's probably going to look like the Tiny Pussy USA. It's just a
tiny pussy.
Tiny penis, tiny pussy, yay. Whichever you want to identify as.
Tiny pussy.
Yeah. They can't afford the flames anymore. They can't afford to play other people's music, so they're playing that one music video that Erica Kirk was in because she probably has rights at some point to that song or was gifted them. So that's the only song you're going to hear from now on. They can't play the other ones.
The budget ran out.
No more Thunderstruck.
Get sued for that.
Yeah, that's a big payout. So that's what I think CPAC's going to turn into. I can't wait for the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do an ICE update. So big news. Hopefully more will come of this, but the first ICE agent has been charged in Minnesota. Not for what you think, but it's a step, okay? Gregory Donald Morgan. He was driving in his car off duty. 2 people drove illegally on the shoulder of a highway. But guess what the ICE agent isn't? A police officer. No, they think they are. They wanted to be, but they're not. So this ICE agent decided to pull up next to them and point a gun at them through the window. This couple had no idea this dude was an ICE agent, but they got his license plate and they reported him and quickly found out he is an ICE agent. Bad day for Gregory. Bad day. Because this is what happens when you give a guy a gun and they don't get any ramifications. And I'm sure Gregory really wanted to be a police officer. And he thought, this is my moment. This is how much rage they have. He saw somebody driving illegally on the shoulder and said, I'm going to take care of this. I hate to see other people cheating the system that cheats us every day. You drive illegally on the shoulder of this. Okay. Apparently, they were like a little bit away from the exit. There was traffic. I'm not saying it was right. But damn, did you really have to pull a gun on them? Federal charges, mind you.
Let's go.
Let's go, Minnesota. Obviously, not when I saw the headline, it was a grab. It was a grab. They're like, ICE agent charged in Minnesota gun. It was like something that made it seem like it was Renee Good.
Almost.
Alex Preddy. No, but step in the right direction, okay? This is a case of I never thought the leopards would eat my face. Caitlyn Jenner got a case of the fuck around, find out. Now, she decided to go on Tommy Warren's podcast and put out a public statement to her daddy, Trump, and say, hey, bud, so my passport was changed to say male. Well, I can't travel internationally right now. Like, this is affecting me safe, and I don't feel recognized, and this isn't right. And Tommy's sitting there like, and Caitlyn's like, I went and I wrote a letter to Mar-a-Lago. And the staffers, they told me he wasn't there that weekend, and they passed the letter along. I texted him, but I did not get a response. But he's very busy. But if you could just do me a solid, change that back for me so that I can travel and party internationally, that would be great. Not sure why this happened.
2 weeks.
But surely didn't think that he would change my passport and everybody else give a fuck. But mine, that's a problem. Okay, I
Microcosm.
to pay the DMV and they said we don't do bribes here.
Go Trump voter. Do you think it's not going to affect you? Do you think they're going to look up your vote and say, oh, you're good? We got you.
Crazy. Oh my God, Caitlyn. Wishing the best for you. I hope that letter gets to him.
I'm sure it will.
Letter. I'm sure
I'll respond in 2 weeks.
It's in the mail. You know how the mail can be.
No, since they're defunding that.
So the Atlantic did a report on Kash Patel, and it is exactly what you would think.
It is what you think it is.
It is what you think it is. So basically, the Atlantic released an article saying that Kash Patel is a crazy alcoholic. The FBI officers literally had to request a battering ram to wake him up in his office.
What? The guy that's cross-eyed in his picture? No way.
Yeah, so this is from multiple sources, former officials, because he's fired some people, and current officials saying that he has developed a reputation internally for erratic behavior, including
No.
frequent absences and episodes where they believe he was drinking heavily. Sometimes in public settings tied to official business. Insert picture of him drinking a brewski with the U.S. men's hockey team. Wow. And that he would also have a delayed response in decision making on investigations or personnel actions, like purging any staff members that were not loyal to him. Yeah, that's why sometimes with the FBI, it took them a while to come up with what the shell casing said, because he was still thinking it over.
He was still asleep.
Seriously, had to get that battering ram to open up the door. But the craziest part of this article is that they said that one of the most recent incidents was on April 10th, so a little over a week ago. Kash Patel was trying to log in to the internal system after some heavy drinking where he had been absent and he wanted to go away for the weekend. So he's trying to log in to this internal system and he can't get in. He's having trouble. So he convinced himself that he got fired. And it triggered what these sources described as a full-blown panic attack that spread throughout the Bureau, with him calling his aides and allies in a frantic state to announce that he'd been fired by the White House. All hands on deck, which was not true. He was not fired. He was just not logging in properly. He's like, it's 123 password, not password 123.
Sorry, guys. False alarm.
False alarm. So I told you I'm going to start putting money down on these things. It's the only money I'm going to get. Yeah, he's the next one gone, Zode.
Yeah.
And
maybe 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Yeah, right? We'll give it 2 weeks. This is really damning. Obviously, Kash Patel's like, I'm going to sue. And he's probably going to fire his entire staff because he can't trust any of them. And Trump's going to go, where is everyone who's on the FBI?
Nobody left to look for Nancy Guthrie. Just me.
Just me. Do you have anybody that you could send over to FBI? Why? I fired everyone. Why?
Does anyone have Inspector Gadget's phone number?
I couldn't tell which one of them weren't loyal, so I had to fire all of them. It's not my fault.
Maybe they shouldn't have wrote that stupid article about me.
They said I was drinking. You know I don't drink.
A little bit of video evidence.
I swear those were the shell casings. I swear. Please.
Please, Daddy.
I have to take my girlfriend on this trip. Please. I need the private jet.
She'll leave me.
This one might be just as bad as him taking Pam Bondi out on a spin around the compound while he fires her. I think he might be just True Social that he's fired, and that would be how he hears. He's like, hey, Kash, sorry you had to hear it here, but yeah.
Oh, he'll do the Kash Patel was a great patriot who did great work for the FBI. He's going to find out what the rest of us.
Drinking beer with the U.S. men's hockey team.
Out of the cup. He's going to fucking find out with the rest of us.
I think he has to. I think that would only be fair. It would only be fair. I think that
I will literally kick my feet laughing.
That would be so funny. Just bring him on to like Fox News and have Jesse Waters have to tell him live on Fox News.
Can you do it for me?
Hey, Jesse, I have a favor. Can you just read this while he's here? Trump sent you this note. It just says, hey, buddy, it's time to go. You gotta go. Your time's up. We'll find a different special position for you. You want to be the head of the TSA? And
they're gonna give a fake made up position like they did for Christine.
It is. It's gonna be like official TSA of Philadelphia only.
Assistant to the regional manager.
Philadelphia International Airport. Yeah. So, Kash, it's probably your time, buddy. Start packing up whenever you're in there.
Oh, well.
Oh, well. Let's round out the week with yes, that really did happen. Obviously, as you guys all saw, Trump posted himself as Jesus. But don't get it twisted. Apparently, we all had it wrong. All right? It wasn't Jesus. he's a doctor, because all doctors wear a white robe, red linens, and he was told to say the photo was doctored, but Dementia Brain said, "Doctor? Okay, I'm a doctor."
Makes so much
Either
sense.
way, the image is, of course, doctored. It's AI. No matter what he said, it was going to be bad. So they just deleted it. Never happened.
Tell them it's doctored. I was a doctor. Fuck.
Doctor.
Fuck.
Just trust me. I'm a doctor. Him thinking he's a doctor because he said that drinking diet soda is good because if it kills grass, then it will kill cancer cells.
People voted for that guy.
Remember,
3 times.
the same man that told you to ingest Tide Pods.
Nuke a tornado, inject bleach,
Sure.
just use the black light to get rid of COVID.
That's exactly what happens. Diet soda enters your system and just
That's how it works.
cancer cells. You know how many people are like, why did it not work for me? I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Well, in a crisis, you want to know what this administration does. How do we embarrass ourselves even more and make it look we're doing a distraction, but it's really just embarrassing? Let's have DoorDash delivery to the White House, and we'll send Trump out to pick it up so he looks just like your regular, average, everyday person getting DoorDash. And we're just going to set some cameras up in the press, and he'll stop and he'll, "You guys are here. I'll answer some questions." So they brought in their Republican crisis actor. You may have seen her before dropping off that Mickey D's. And she says a little thing on taxes on tips. And then he's like, okay, start getting the questions. Okay. They keep DoorDash Republican crisis actor right next to him. And they're like, hey, what's going on with the war in Iran? He's like, it's going, close the strait. It's donezoed. Okay. Then they're like, all right, what about the Pope? Are you mad at the Pope? He's like, I fucking hate that guy. I like his brother because his brother likes me. But you know what we should all be concerned about? Men playing women's sports. Am I right, lady? And she's like, I don't actually have an opinion.
That wasn't in the script.
Paid to say no taxes on tips. And he's like, you have an opinion. You do. She's funny. That was it.
Get a load of this gal.
Get a load of this. She's like, did you vote for me? She's like, I can't answer that. He's like, yeah, I know. I know. I thought it was a good try. She voted for me.
Get out of here, you little scamp.
Yeah, it was so embarrassing because at this point, people can't afford to even get DoorDash, okay? So it's just insulting overall. Like, hey, here's a president getting DoorDash. You can't even afford to buy groceries, let alone get them DoorDashed. And the look of sending this grandma as your Republican crisis actor when you could have sent some young person. No, you sent grandma, so it makes it look like grandma's having a DoorDash because she can't retire. So she's got a DoorDash. Like, the optics were as terrible as they could have been.
Next to the Oval Office, written in gold letters.
Getting your McChickens delivered by a 65-year-old woman.
They're not even good at propaganda.
It's just... And obviously no shocking news. A new book about RFK... by the New York Post reporter Isabel Vincent reveals that he once cut off a raccoon's dick because he's an avid animal genitalia researcher. Just to add to the list.
Way to go, guys. You did your big one with this election.
When are we going to get to see the research he's done? When is he going to post his findings? What is he researching?
What did he find?
Why didn't we get any more information on that? And I really need his next congressional hearing for these senators to clock in and get the answers. And last, but not fucking least, everyone thinks that Trump is going to die, obviously. But they think it because he posted Frank Sinatra singing his song, My Way, which, if you know, it's pretty much saying the time is ending. It's my final curtain. I did everything I wanted to do and I did it my way. So everyone's like, oh my God, he's posting it because he knows he's gonna die. And my thing is, guys, as much as again, I wish that. No, he was probably somewhere and that song was playing and he was like, post that song. I did it my way. My. Post it. And nobody told him, I mean, everybody says you're gonna die, and I kind of.
Probably wandering around the roof when he did that.
They probably played it on the airplane. Somebody was playing it. It's not. I don't think it's that deep, guys. I
I
don't.
can hope, but
I don't think if they told this man he had 24 hours to live that he would post that.
he
No.
would immediately start
Many
talking about
statues of
Barack.
himself as he could. Every executive order you could think of.
He'll just start rapid fire posting about Barack and Biden. Just rapid fire.
Oh yeah. So I don't think it's that, guys. But who am I? Who am I? Well, that's all we have this week. It was a longer one, but a lot fucking happened.
Too much happens.
Too much happened. Hopefully next week will be a little more chill. Please.
Right.
But join us every Thursday for Chat GRC because over here we are actively promoting candidates, progressive candidates that don't take corporate and APAC money. Okay? So you should listen because
Every week.
did you hear the other shit we talked about? We could not do that anymore. You have to vote. So
Yeah, do it.
check your voter registration.
Every day or week, whatever, just fucking do it.
If you're doing a mail-in ballot for primaries, get it early, get it done. Make sure it's dropped off. I don't want to hear it. I really don't.
Yep. Get your shit together. Let's go.
All right. We'll see you next
Catch you
week. Bye.